5 things that toxic parents do that negatively impact their kids for life. This video isn't just for you if you're a parent. If you know someone who's a parent, if you're an aunt or an uncle, if you hope to be a parent someday, we're going to talk about the 5 most common mistakes that parents make that negatively impact their kids and drive their kids to things that they may have not done otherwise, things that are born out of low self-esteem or feelings of inadequacy, things of that nature. So we'll not only talk about the 5 most common things that parents do wrong that are toxic for their kids and their mental health, their emotional stability, but we'll talk about what you can do instead. If that sounds good, stick around. And first, check and see if you're a subscriber here. And if not, please click that subscribe button and the little bell so that you'll get notifications when we drop videos like this to help you live a happier life.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
Today we're talking about things that parents should never say or do with or around their kids. Now, let's just start out by saying that the most perfect parent screws up. So nobody's perfect. You're going to slip from time to time, but let's just hope that you don't slip into one of these 5 areas, because these 5 areas have been clinically proven to have a lasting negative impact on kids, lowering self-esteem, lowering confidence, driving them to behaviors that are really reckless and are dangerous behaviors, drug use, promiscuity at very, very young ages, things of that nature. So these 5 things are very, very important. Now, if you have someone in your life who you love who is a parent, or if you're a parent yourself, these are all very, very important things. Share this video, take notes here. You can write in the comments. I'll come in and answer any questions that you have. But just so you know, my husband and I, we have 5 kids. And their ages range from in their 20s all the way down to our youngest just turned 12. So we've run the gamut with all of these things. So we're not perfect. Have we been perfect? Have we been A+ parents? No. I mean, we mess up. Everybody messes up. But these 5 things are just kind of no-no areas for everybody, including us. And I have to say that I don't believe that we've slipped in these areas at all. So let's just dive right in. The first area, and this one is very near and dear to my heart because this is somewhere where my mother failed big time. And I love her, God rest her soul. But she was always comparing me to one of my older sisters. And you know what? I'm Jane. I'm just Jane. And I'm not those other 3 people. You shouldn't ever compare one person to another, because it doesn't matter that you're related. You might have some things in common, but you're all different people with different likes, dislikes, with different talents, with different interests. Never, ever compare. First, it starts to eat away at that child's self-confidence, self-esteem, and it can also pit siblings against each other. It is very toxic for their long-term relationships. So never, ever compare and contrast brothers and sisters, siblings of any kind. Okay, number 2, never, ever make negative statements about your child's intelligence. Never use the word stupid, dumb, things like that. You might get frustrated from time to time and wonder, how can someone who is intelligent make this type of a decision? But you never, ever verbalize that. I know that my life kind of took a turn in a different professional direction. I've corrected and I love what I do now, but I actually turned away from what I really wanted to do because my mom told me that I wasn't smart enough. I don't know that she ever used the word stupid. She wasn't mean, but she just told me I wasn't smart enough, that I should choose a different field of study, perhaps, because she didn't think I could hack it in the scientific area where I wanted to go. It's probably one reason I kept going to school and earned a PhD, is because I wanted to prove to myself that I wasn't. Well, I have, congratulations. But never, ever, ever tell your child that they're not smart enough to do something, that they don't have the capabilities of doing it, because you're only showing, if you were to say that to them, you're only showing your lack of understanding, your lack of imagination, your lack of growth mindset. We've done a couple of short videos recently across our social media on growth mindset for kids and for adults. And we all need that growth mindset. So when you tell someone that they're not intelligent, it's only showing that you're the person with the real problem. You're the person that lacks the intelligence to understand that, yes, we might not ever be really, really great in this area, but we can get better. We can learn. We can grow, no matter what type of a household, socioeconomic area we were born into. We can grow. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, the worst thing that you can do, I think, to little ones is to neglect them. And this means, obviously we need to put our needs first. I always say being selfish isn't selfish at all. Be selfish, but only to the point that you are taking care of your basic needs, taking care of your mental health, so that you're available for your children. When you have children, you have a duty to them, to serve them. And by neglect, what do I mean? They need to be fed regularly. They don't need to have to ask you for their food. They don't need to have to beg you for clothes when their shoes have holes in them, or even get to the point that their shoes have holes in them. Neglect teaches individuals that they are not important, that they can't count on anybody, and that their life doesn't matter. So if your child's life matters, don't neglect them. You don't have to attend to their every whim, but pay attention to them and their basic needs. Number 4, give them affection. We are creatures of community, and we need affection. And affection can be different types of actions. Hugs, pats on the arm, smiles, eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most intimate things. Just sit quietly with someone and just say, hey, let's just look into each other's eyes. It can get awkward if you're not super close and intimate with that person. Eye contact is really, really affectionate. Touch them. They need to feel that physical security of that hug, that assurance. Because when you don't, the self-esteem starts to lower. You wonder if there's something wrong with you, if you're not desirable, and that can lead to a lot of dangerous behaviors later on when they start to become sexually aware and whatnot. All right, and number 5, if you're a parent and maybe you need to get a therapist, maybe you need a coach, maybe something, but if you are moody, you have got to rein that in. Your children can develop chronic anxiety disorder. They can develop high levels of just resting stress that's going to impact their health for the rest of their life. If they're growing up with a moody parent, you never quite know what mood your parent's going to be in, so you're walking on eggshells all the time. It's a really unhealthy way for a child to grow up. So if you have problems with your moods, that's fine, but seek help. If you don't know where to turn, look in the video description of this video and get my contact information and reach out, and we can help you. I can help you. Okay? So just to review, never compare your kids, never question their intelligence. I promise, they're intelligent. Never use the word stupid. Don't neglect them. See to their needs. Shift your life around so that you're being taken care of, so that your cup is full, so that you can serve others. Don't withhold affection. Hug them, love them, especially when they screw up. Oh, that's the worst time to withhold affection, is when they've screwed up. They need to know that they're loved no matter what. And number 5, if you are moody, you got to rein that in. You got to cut that out, because you don't want to raise an anxious, stressed out kid who needs lots and lots of therapy for the rest of their life, even if they can overcome it. Those are the 5 things that are most common that people are doing. There are plenty more things that parents do that they shouldn't. It couldn't cover all of them in a short YouTube video, but those are the 5 most common general things that parents do that they shouldn't do. And the first 2 really, you can hear people do it in the store. Your brother's not acting like that. Don't do it. Like, those 2 things, just quit it right now. The other things, work on. Okay? If this video has been of help to you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you will get a notification the next time that we drop a video like this to help you and your whole family live happier and more fulfilled lives. See you next time.